Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video, and today we are diving back into another episode of Farmers Dynasty. And so, following on from what we did last time, I've made a few changes off camera and done a little bit of work off camera just because it was kind of grindy work and didn't really think it would make great viewing. But one of the things that I did do in this building over here, there was what's known as in this case, a string trimmer, or strimmer as we call them over in the UK, or I think they might be called weed whackers over in America. And this little beastie goes around and will remove some of these bits of overgrown, get the noise away, overgrown weed and long grass and stuff. So as you can see, this side over here, it's all been overgrown and looks a bit messy and everything. So I started doing a little bit of tidying up with that. Oh, missed a bit there. And also as well, I've picked up a chainsaw, which you can then use on these trees. Like this, just to tidy up the area and make it look a little nicer. So I'm just working on doing a bit of beautifying on the farm. Just trying to tidy it all up. I also as well picked up a rake and a shovel and watering can from our friend John, just over yonder. And so looked at doing a little bit of planting of some of the items that we have over here, which were the dahlias. So I picked up some seeds just to take a look and see whether they are any good to do. So John is the guy that is over at that shop over there, and I've also as well picked up some beehives as well. They cost about £250 to do, and you gain some social points, and apparently it passively helps your garden in some way, shape or form. And also as well, I've gone around and done some tidying up around here. As you can see, a lot of this is tidied up. One thing to mention when using a string trimmer, if you're not careful, it will take away your sunflowers. So when you get up to this point, if you turn, it will cut the sunflower down. I had a few more around here and wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing and managed to cut through them, which was a bit silly. But yeah, so at the moment we've got another canola field over there. It's been replanted, and I've planted some wheat as well. And it's been several days, in-game days, and as you can see, our tomatoes are coming along nicely. It doesn't really tell me how far along they are as yet, but apparently it's meant to be about roughly a month or so. So we're getting near to the point where they're, so it's getting towards the end of the month. We're getting near to the point where they're going to be done. So I think I'm probably going to play up to the point where we get a harvest out of it just to see what it's like. Again, we've done a lot of the missions that are around. I've got one over here, which is where we need to go and see the old mill and to go and talk to them. And we've got Sam over here who has an old cedar, so those will be useful. And I did also as well do some of these what seem to be radiant quests, where you have to go and pick stuff up and deliver them to people. And as you can see, these are little quests that drop in. You'll get, some of them will be doing things like fixing up an old building, or picking up a package that a mate has got and drop it back over. It doesn't get you much money sometimes on some of them. Like, for example, this one, delivering 20 tomatoes to Matthew. It's only £45 and 90 social points. So the ones where you're picking up packages, that will normally net you a couple of £100 and give you a few more social points. As you can see, we're up to 62,000 social points. And at the moment we've pretty much covered most of what's going on. Oh, here we go, we've got to plough the field area. Again, that's another plot that you can do that doesn't cost that much money or time. It really just costs your time, and will get you a little bit of money as well in there. So we're up to nearly 3,500, and we are now. One of the reasons why we want to look at the old mill is because if you look at the agricultural market, you can see wheat prices are currently £440 a tonne, whereas if you go to the old mill, they're actually £660 a tonne for wheat and £680 a tonne for barley, of which barley prices are £425 a tonne at the agricultural market. So again, that would be something where it would be an idea that you may well diversify your two fields that you have there and go, right, let's do wheat and barley, and then just manually send them up to the old mill. Now, one of the things you can do when you have workers, once you've got to 50,000 social points, is you can hire workers to work on your fields. And they will give you, so you have your pricing here for them to do what they're going to sow and everything. And one of the options is to harvest and sell. But they sell that just to the agricultural market. There's no option that I've seen to be able to get them to sell to the old mill. And so, yeah, if you're looking to try and get the most bang for your buck, you certainly will be wanting to do the ploughing the field yourself or harvesting the field yourself, and then to go ahead and get rid of the stuff over to the mill. So just quickly doing a bit more beautifying as we work our way around. I found the best way of doing, like, making your place look better is just to chip away at it over time, just sort of bit by bit. And another bit that I've noticed as well is with the right click for the engineer's site, you can see it will show you where there's potentially you can do something like placing a scarecrow up here for £150. So if we're just going to quickly pop that in place. There you go, scarecrows protect your crops and fruits nearby. Social benefit is an extra 250. So there you go, £150, 250 social benefit. But it also as well will show losing food from the pantry, cats should keep mice away. Okay, well we'll get a cat next time. And so yeah, so you can place the beehives here, £250. If we pop one in, and so bees produce honey and are very beneficial to your nearby garden. They're also completely harmless. Social benefits plus 250. So these, as I said, will over time they will start to produce honey. I've got 4 sets of beehives in place now. These ones over here are the oldest, and they haven't as yet produced any honey. So it looks like it's going to be much like real life. Things don't happen overnight, and so you've got your greenhouse is about a month of time, in-game time before it's done. Your fields don't just magically grow over a couple of days, they take a good amount of time. So at least there's a certain amount of real life realism. I've also as well, in here, I have purchased more cows. So I think last time on the last stream I think I only had like 1 or 2, whereas now I have however many it is. I think it's 9 I think it is I've got. So we'll quickly just milk the cows because we're going to go and make some money off that. And again, this is a grindy process of having to go to each cow individually, but you know, again, if you were a farmer, this is your day-to-day. You know, so there is that realism there. So let's quickly run through milking all of these, and we'll see how much milk you get out of them. And so I've also got the chicken coop were full earlier on, and we got the rooster in as well. Oh, sorry, that's not a good angle to be trying to click on a cow. And so with the total number of hens that are in the coop and the rooster, there is still the chance that you will get a new chicken being born. And when you do have a new chicken being born, they are instantly sold if your coop is full. So you can get a couple of chickens and a rooster, and then slowly over time fill up your chicken coop. Or if you already have your chicken coop full, as I said, they will automatically sell the chicken when it is born, and that roughly makes about £70 per new chicken that is born and therefore sold on. So that's good. I haven't seen anything showing lifespan of the cows, so or chickens or any of the other livestock. So I don't know what that is. Whether that is something that will be an issue or not. Oh, yes, we also got the rest of the stray bales in as well. So one of the things you can do with the hay bales is you can feed them to your cows. So if we come out here and come into our cow shed, and you can see, where is it? Yep, it's not showing me yet on there, but let's get in. It's meant to be this area. There we go. E to drop the bale, and it automatically fills in there. So that's plus 200 kilograms of cow food. Do I have to come completely out of the building to see it? Oh, there we go. Yep, so as you can see, we've got 9 cows and 2,000 kilograms of straw that's stored in there. And so, yep, that's something we can do. All the other option is you can sell the straw bales over at the agricultural market. Does this show? It doesn't show. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you can sell goods, you grow grains and bales, but it doesn't show on here what the price is for the bales. So I've not tried to sell any of them. I figured, what's the point? I've got cows. I'll leave the straw bales for cow food. So let's quickly go. Right, so how much milk did we get there? We got 43 milk out of 9 cows. So this is what we are going to do as sort of like the day-to-day way of making some money. So let's quickly pick up all the eggs we've got, then we'll see what we've got as well. Right. All that. So you get, on average, you're going to get 2 to 3 eggs per chicken per day. So this will give you an idea roughly of sort of like an average day. Okay, so we'll close the door. I don't know if that closing that door actually stops the chickens running away, but I figured it would be always worth doing. These logs here, I've not found a way to get rid of them yet. If you try to use a chainsaw on it, nothing happens, doesn't do anything. So we'll get rid of. We'll see about how to get rid of those. And again, tidying this area up. I'm not sure what these are meant to be, but yeah, we're going to look at tidying all of this up, and we'll replant properly. And we'll also do a little bit out the front as well. Over here, trying to tidy a bit up, just to try and get an idea of cars coming. Just to get an idea of like a before and after on how it looks and what we can do. One thing I did find, if you do use the spade to dig a hole, so if we pop a couple of holes here, so if we do that and that, oh, no. Right, classic example. If you miss and you do this, what you can do is use your rake to rough over the area that you want to do to make it. Oh, there we go. You see it changes its texturing there. But if you leave this overnight without planting anything, all of this will go back to grassland within sort of 1 to 2 days. So if you make a mistake like I just did there, and you ended up with this slightly dogleg version, don't worry about it, it will go back to grass in a day or so. So if you wanted to, say, do a line of, say, roses, and then have a line of tulips a couple of spaces in front, then you can easily do that, and whatever's left over will stay as grass. How long the weeds take to come back, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played it for long enough to find that out. And yeah, we'll look at that. But certainly that's one of the things I want to do, is do some more beautification on here around the farm, just tidying it up, just making it look like it's actually being well cared for and catered for. We got some social points for doing up the buildings, so maybe that's something we'll get if we tidy the rest of the place up. I'm perturbed I can't do much more with this thing at the minute. Doesn't seem to give me any options. There is a builder's merchants over. Where are you? Which one were you in? I can't remember where I saw it. Right, there we go. Builder's merchant, or builder's depot. You can buy building materials there. So I don't know whether that will give me the rest of the stuff to make that roof have the same all the way across. And if there's anything I can do to cover the roof of my place so it's not just plain boards. And I think I can also do something with those drain pipes as well. But as I said, I'm not entirely sure at this current time what the effects are going to be on the... I missed another bit. Okay. Yeah, so it's literally just take the thing out, walk along, and it'll just throw it all away. Cuts it all off and everything. So it's a nice little mechanic. It's a nice, easy bit of work to do, and as you see, it makes an impact on how the area looks, I think. As to whether that's going to be anything other than just purely cosmetic for us to enjoy seeing, and for you to be able to sit back and look at your farm and have a sense of pride of what you've created in the sense of how it looks, then I'm not entirely sure. But we will. I'll have a look. I'll do some bits off camera and go from there. Now, one of the game mechanics that I'm struggling with, if I'm going to be entirely honest, is the romance section. Now, in this game, you're supposed to be getting to the point where you're going to find one of the female NPCs, and you go back and talk to her regularly, give her some gifts, and you're going to end up, if you're lucky, getting married to her. I'm struggling because I find, unfortunately, a lot of the NPCs so one-dimensional. I can't see anyone there that I would like to romance in that kind of regard in-game. So that may well be a mechanic I just don't follow as part of the plot. Now, there are some reasons to have someone get married, because there are some Steam achievements for getting married, and for getting the lady pregnant, and for having a child. Also as well, apparently your good lady will also, if there is food in the pantry, she will come in and cook whilst you are out doing the rest of the work. And so that's potentially something, you know, you're out milking cows, she's in cooking whatever's been picked up, or you're doing, you know, you're in one of the vehicles, you know, ploughing a field or doing whatever. So that's something that's a mechanic that's there. You know, it's a division of labour idea. But I don't know, just I freely admit I'm struggling with the with finding an NPC that I think would be worth that effort of going and seeing daily, and then having to go and, you know, spend money on buying gifts for, when they're also one-dimensional. It's just like, what's the point? That's currently where my head's at with it at the moment. It may change in time if I want to kind of come back and do. I want to get all of the Steam achievements. Then I may well do it, but that'll be right at the very end. And but anyway, enough of my bitching. So we've got milk. So we've got 23 milk out of 9 cows, and we've got 49 eggs that we've got out of... How many chickens are in my coop? I can't remember. I think it's 20, I think. There we go. Yeah, 20 hens. I need some more. Oh, we should be alright on hen food. But yeah, so out of 20 hens, you get 49 eggs. So yeah, on average, I'd say it's 2 to 3 eggs per hen per day. So let's go and cook this up. So you come into the kitchen. Yeah, so I found the honey-based recipes and the egg-based recipes. I've learnt those. But I haven't found the who's got the fish-based recipes at this time. But again, as you go and talk to more people, you will find somebody who has that. So we'll go and quickly do the condensed milk. We'll cook that off. Then we'll go and sell it to our matey round the corner. And 23 and 49. Okay, good. Let's just wait for that to finish. Not sure if I can do that while I walk away. Oh yeah, I can. Good. Right, perfect. So let's get that done, and then we'll quickly go and run and see John. I don't see a point in taking a vehicle just to run 20 yards this way. Oh, actually, while I am here, there is another character that I saw who was sometimes around this sort of area, but there was a dog that was over by the bus stop. And, yeah, you can feed them a grilled sausage.
Good to see you. Can I help you? Care to trade?
Yep.
Sure. What do you need?
Okay, so we had, what was it, 23 milk, wasn't it? Something like 23 milk, I think it was. Right, so there you go. So 23 milk will get you £165 for the day. So that would be your kind of daily income. Or for eggs, that was 49, I believe it was. Yeah, 49. So that's 352. So yeah, you'll be looking at sort of towards £400. Yeah, 400, nearly £500. Sorry, per day. You're just getting just from the chickens and everything. Now there is one of the options when you go to sleep is you can either sleep for the day or you can sleep for an entire week. Now, I mean, I can certainly understand if you are focusing on large crops in your fields that you may want to sleep per week, just to be able to sort of crush through, or if you're doing greenhouses where stuff's taken a month to grow, then yes, you may want to have 4 of the 7-day sleeps rather than having to sleep 30 times. But when you're making up to around £500 a day, you know, I don't see a point in sleeping for an entire week when you're missing out on what is an absolute ton of money. You know, I mean, you know, 148 eggs. I've left it for a couple of days just amassing stuff before selling it, and that's over £1,000. So, and that's less than a week. So we're on 3,000 at the moment. So there we go. We just tripped us over to 4,000, and some apple sauce I picked up when I was scrumping some apples, and some fish I picked up. I found another chest somewhere. Now, drones are what? So these areas. This stuff up here. Nice item, casual gift for a woman. Of the tulips, bouquet of roses, silver ring, gold ring, perfume bottle, and chocolates. So those are the things you're meant to sort of buy for a lady. And I mean, they're not stupidly expensive. $180, £300, or £264. Again, if you're making 500 a day, you could easily save up over a few days and buy a few of these if you want to go down the romancing a lady part. And I'm just going to grab some more sausages. I found probably for me the easiest way of keeping myself stocked up on food is just with the grilled sausages. They're released 28 nutrition for what is effectively £1.79 a day. And when you're making 500, it's easy just to go and pick up half a dozen or so, roughly. He'll have a few in every day. 4 to 6 is what I've average seen that he will have. Yeah, so we've got the chainsaw that we can buy to cut down bushes and small trees. The string trimmer, you'll find one on the... Actually, can I sell one of those? How much can I sell one for? Four. So, yeah, he sells them for 600 and we'll buy them for 416. Now, I found one of those in a chest and one of them was already on my farm. So I can easily sell that and make another 400. Yeah, so the chainsaw is 660, that is 624, but you've got one already. Fishing rod I've already got. The headlight is for you being used in the dark if you're running around late at night, but I've not found the need to be doing much particularly late at night because it also as well affects your tiredness, and that will help how rested you feel. And so you can also purchase drones as well. Now you can get a small flying drone with a camera, which I think is for taking beauty shots around your farm, or you can find a racing drone for 6,239, which is quite a lot, as you can certainly see. But there is regularly a quest over this way. There we go. Was it that one? No. There we go. A drone race competition. It's a local sports event. You can come and join, which again will get you more social points. I'm not sure if you get any money for winning it. I've not tried to. And you've got a drone time race up there. Days to event 6. And what have we got up here? So that is deliver tomato 40. And so yeah, so we've got different little radiant quests that pop up just to keep the character with having something else to do. So you've got to fix one of the buildings down here. And so if we quickly run and we'll see what that one gives us. And yeah, so I'll pop in the old truck and I will get heading down there and I will be back with you. How far away are they from? Oh god, they're quite away from a bus stop. So I'll pop it on pause and I will come back to you when we are down at that one, and then we'll go and see Matey about his cedar as well, and we'll quickly run through that as well. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so now we've got to the place where there is obviously the building that needs repairing. So let's go see who's offering what. Is it this gentleman or that lady? We'll find out. Let's wait for him to put his hoe down. All right,
Hi
Pablo.
there.
Good morning.
Would you
She's
have
got
any
any
farming
farming
advice for me?
Always
I
worth
heard
doing
the
for
old
everybody.
mill up there pays more for some grains.
All right, we already knew that one.
I am looking for work. Got anything for me?
A building on my farm needs some care. What do you think?
Yep, sounds good. I'll take it. See, that gets you a £260 reward.
Sounds good. I'll take care of this.
Yeah, they're worth doing of a day. See what this lady's like.
Hi there.
Oh, it's you again.
Would you have any farming advice for me?
Well, I guess you can sow different crops on the same field, but you'll have some trouble harvesting.
Yeah, no point doing that. Let's try to see if we can do the slightly creepy.
I would have arrived earlier if I knew I'd meet a beauty like you.
What is wrong with you? Do you always talk like that?
Yeah, creepy as hell. Again, these social interactions, but she then usually pops up and says she likes you a little more. There you go, likes you a bit more.
Hello.
Which is bizarre.
Oh, it's you again.
So, we'll do if there's anything we can help
Is
her
there
with.
something I can help you with?
No, not at the moment.
Right, okay, well there we go. And so,
Thanks. See you around.
the romancing options there, it just feels really weird. Again, Chloe likes you a bit more, again. So, yeah, I don't know, to me it feels just bizarre. You know, not a real interaction, and again, most of the people that you talk to, there's no real difference with in how you're speaking to people. In that kind of regard, it just, I don't know, just to me, I'm struggling with it. It's just, no. It just feels like it was a mechanic that was put in, but there was some lack of thought in regards to how best to deal with it, because going up to random women and going, "Oh, did you hurt when you fell from the sky?" Like, you what? If it's competition to get yourself slapped in the face for the fastest, then yeah, we'll win that one. But again, there needs to me. I maybe I'm just slightly old-fashioned, but to me, there needs to be, some kind of personality there to form any kind of attraction, and none of the characters have any personality. Really, they're all just pretty much just basic, question and answer responses, which don't really stick out as any real desire to want to put any kind of time and effort. I know, again, this is a game, not real life, but still, if we're trying to do a life simulator in this regard, then obviously you'd want to have some kind of reason to want to put any kind of effort into somebody in game, because obviously you've got to go and make the money and to buy the gifts, and you've got to spend the time to go and seek out that person, and again, if they're halfway across the map, that's a lot of time to get to go and find that person and talk to them, and then you got to make the money to go and get them something, which again takes more of your time. It's like, well, there's not much.
Thank you. Here's something for you.
Oh, here we go. Let's get the quest result in. Right, there you go. So it's £260 and 520 social points. So there we go. But yeah, it just to me, it just feels slightly weird, and I can't find motivation in myself to want to spend all that time and energy faffing about doing that. So, we're nearby to the old mill. So let's go and run up to the old mill, and we'll go and have a chat with the owners of the old mill, and we'll see what we can do. See what they'll give us. That's 600 meters away. Oh, you can. I wonder where the mill is. Maybe it's that old windmill up there. Let's see if my truck will actually make it up that hill, or if I'm going to end up getting stuck. Oh, quite a steep incline. Oh no, it's doing alright. 50 miles an hour still. Or kilometers an hour. Okay, here we go. Good. I'm not on enough of an incline that it won't let me out the vehicle. Stuck on the gate. Right, who's around to say hello to? Aloha. Right.
Hello, my name's Sybil. And
Sybil.
who might you be?
I live on the farm nearby. Saw this mill from afar. Just wondering if it's still working.
Well, barely. We try to make eco flour and sell it to bakeries, but farmers prefer to sell grains elsewhere. We even raised prices as much as we could afford it, but still not many people visit us.
So you say I can sell you my grains for a better price?
Yes, at least for a time being. And remember, we take wheat and barley only.
It's
Right.
good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, hope to see you soon.
Yeah, again, the character models just seem a bit odd. Okay, so we spoke to the old mill and got 500 points. So yeah, we're farming social points quite nicely. But one thing I find a bit odd with the character modelling, she looks like she's got 5 o'clock shadow on her cheeks. She's
If you brought some
Weird.
wheat or barley, just pour it to the chute.
okay, fine. So we've got
You'll
the
be
chute over to
paid
the
by
side.
amount right away.
Okay, is there any other interaction I'm allowed with you? No? How about you? Are you someone
Hi
I can
there.
talk to?
Hello.
Would you have any farming advice for me?
Just don't harvest during rain. Sun and
So there you
dry
go. So you get
crops are the
12
best.
social points for talking to people. So it kind of forcing you down the road of having to interact
I
with
am
people.
looking for
but
work. Got anything for me?
No, not at the moment.
I'm not sure what other than the 50,000 to be able to have people
Them politicians. What are they
working
thinking?
the fields for you. I'm not
What?
sure what the social
Them
points are
raising
actually doing
taxes
at this
again?
point in time. Right, okay, there we go. So we've
That's
spoken to
all.
him, got some
Thanks.
social points. Again, we've got fencing that's in a right old state. Sybil's not got anything that she'll say to me other than pour your grain down this chute and they'll give you a load of extra money. Don't know. I guess it just the interaction kind of leaves me feeling that we need to need a bit more out of things. Right. Okay. So we'll go and see Sam. He's got his old cedar on our farm. Perhaps the owner would trade it for cheap. Good. Okay. Now I have my Jack Bear over here. Let's quickly switch to that. Right, let me go and hook up my plough. Because I did end up accidentally triggering this, and so I had to go and revert to an earlier save. Thankfully, I did that off camera, and was able to bring my tractor over in anticipation of this particular quest. But as we need to get that cedar anyway, I figured it'd be a good idea just to leave the tractor nearby. Right, let's go see Matey over there. I think this is the last of the equipment that we need to get in.
Yo, man. What's
Yo,
up?
man.
You tell me. You don't look so good.
Had a rough night. Really rough, man. God, my head.
Is that cedar over there yours?
Sure is. Why ask?
I just moved in, and I could use a cedar, even as old as this one.
Let me think. Perhaps if you help me, I can help you. I was hired to plow a field nearby, but I can barely move my legs today. What if you plow it for me?
Got
Sure.
that pissed last night, did you, mate?
And then fix these 2 greenhouses for me. My ma will be so happy. Then
Right, so we've got
I
the
give you the
greenhouses
cedar
to
for
fix
free.
and a
What you
field to go
think?
plough. Sounds like a bit of a
Sure.
rough deal for
you
me.
got a deal.
All right. Good luck. See you around.
All right, let's see how bad the. So that's going to receive 50 social points and a cedar. God's sake. Right. How ropey are these things? Oh my lord, the greenhouses are in a right state. Look at them, all red all over that. Gee whiz. Okay. Fence is a bit knackered, but he's not asking me to look at that, so they could go and take a running jump on that one. Right, so if we start on this one, just fix up the rusty metal. And yeah, alright, I'll pause it here so that you don't have to watch me running around to every single piece to do, because I'm sure that's not the most glamorous of viewing for this. And I'll probably leave it with just a single panel left over, and then go and quickly run and do the field, and then I'll come back when we have the field almost done, and then come back, do the last little bit of this, and we can see what the cedar is we're getting. So I shall see you all shortly. Okay, so we're nearly finished getting this field ploughed. This actually took a lot longer than I thought, and yeah, the irony of me making the comment earlier about not needing the headlamp, well, we're actually in the next day. It took so long to do this field that I actually had to go to sleep, because I was still ploughing this field at 10 o'clock the previous evening in the dark. So that kind of, my comment about, oh, you don't necessarily need to do all that much in the night time. Yeah, very much so. This is a 1.88 hectare field, so quite a lot of field to cover. So that took several hours, and so I'm in 7:15 the next day. I did buy a headlamp just in case I need it again for anything in the future. Yeah, the irony of make the comment and then suddenly need it. It was not lost on me. You do have lights on the tractor, but in the dark they are not great on this old beast. But it's an older tractor. I'm sure the newer ones are a lot better. But we're nearly done on this field. We're up at what, 96%, so maybe another pass or two. And we're done. Oh, there we go, you see. Tripped up to it all being fully ploughed now. So you don't have to hit 100%, but they're quite happy with it. That little bit left up at the end there. And we need to go and see our mate Sam to go and collect our reward, which is going to be that cedar. Which means I'm going to have to run back with the plough, with the tractor. It's running over his field. Oh, I'm not losing anything for that. And then come back and grab the cedar, because unfortunately the tractor is the only vehicle that will allow me to pull any farm equipment. It's a bit of a shame. You would have thought they'd have had a tow hitch on the back of the truck, would allow you to at least pick up and move some of the equipment. I mean, you can use things like the hay bale, the hay truck, and the
All
one of
done.
the other low loaders.
Thanks,
Can be
man.
pulled.
Appreciated. The cedar's yours. Now I need some rest.
Mate, it was yesterday you gave me the job, so Sam seems really fond of me. Okay, so where is his cedar? Okay. Oh, but I didn't have to finish off the last bit I need to do in here. Alright, well, let's quickly do this last little bit, just so I can at least be happy I've completed everything. There we go. Right, that was the last little bit I had to do, but I could finish the quest without having to do that, so that's cool. So I'm going to have another grilled sausage. I did go and do the chickens and everything this morning, so I've sold all those, so now I'm over £5 sitting there. So where is the cedar? See it anywhere at the moment. Not in one of your buildings, so I have to. There she is. Oh, quest completed. Receive cedar and 100 social points. So that, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up with the tractor and plough. So I'll quickly hop into this. I'll run this back to the farm, and then I'll come back and grab the cedar. So I'll see you back here when I've got an empty tractor. I will probably as well, looking at this, stop off at a petrol station as well. Where are they? There's one over there. And what's next to that? That's just a vehicle store. Silos for sale. We're in the other vehicle store, petrol station. I might head over to that petrol station, because then I could also fuel up my tractor on the way through, because I've run out of fuel at my homestead. So I will do that, and I will see you back here when I have done those couple of little missions. I'll be back shortly. Oh, here we go. So here we go. So we've got the cedar now, and we are going to be heading our way back home. And what I think we'll do is we'll go and check out the builders merchants, and I think that will end it for today. Be able to find some nice easy way back. Doesn't it? Look at the state of it. I know you can repaint our tractor. It's a shame we can't repaint any of the old equipment as well. And those wheels with the metal rims would be nice if I could get something like rubber tyres to go on them. Even solid rubber tyres would be something, just because I imagine those metal rims would dig the ground to pieces. But, no, we'll see. Not long now to back at the farm. Then we just drop this off and get ourselves over. So yeah, the builders merchant, as I said, is over here. So we'll just, you know, rather than having to faff about drive up there, we'll just hop on a bus and get over there. I must say, I found the bus is one of the easiest ways to get around when I don't want to have to be driving somewhere. So come in at this angle on our base area. And it's nice that you have the option that you can do all the work yourself in regards to the fields, but realistically, I would likely make it 500 quid a day. I would probably say that I would prefer to have someone come in and do the work on the fields rather than it be me doing all the work. But then that's a slightly farm managery idea rather than a kind of life sim. Right, how much we got in here? So we've got 2,000 litres of fuel in stock. So we are covered for quite a while. So yeah, it's cost us a couple of grand, but it's at least been done. And we are covered for whatever we need to. Yeah, right, cockerel. Oh, we've got our bees buzzing around, which is nice. And let me just double check where I need to be for the build. Oh. No, that wasn't where I wanted to be. Yeah. Hitbox control when you are looking on the map and trying to move it around can get a bit funky. So let me just try that again. Right. So that is, oh yeah, they were down there. So we need this one over here, which is just next to the yellow area. Right, fine. So it was that one there. So we'll just run over here and then see what we can get from the builder's depot. Alright, building materials. Let's see what we've got. So this is the furniture store. Oops, hello. You've what? I didn't ask to build that. Oh, okay. So you've got stuff for the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room. Let's go and do... To buy a building material instead, look at it closely. I don't want to look at it closely. Okay, weird. Alright, so that's that. What's this one? Those are shingles for the roof. So those are the roof tiles. So that's what goes onto there. Ceramic tiles. Oh, I'm getting a little hungry. Let me deal with that quickly. Ceramic tiles. Metal roof plate. Oh, that's cool. Metal red roof plate. Okay. So everything looks like you've got to go over to the pallets and find everything. So that's wood planks, wood glaze. What the hell is that for? Interesting. Well, I'm guessing it's obviously to protect the wood. Scratch coat, plaster. Okay. Finish coat, metal, concrete plaster, air bricks. Bitumen roof and new ceramic roof. Interesting. And bricks. Okay, so that's a plaster on there, but it doesn't look like we can get anything paint wise. That's a bit of a shame. wonder where the ceramic tiles are meant to go to. The furniture store is just for the furniture, and then ceramic tiles. Alright, well I think what we'll do is we'll go and earn up some money, and then we'll come back and we'll grab some of these and see what we can do. Maybe that will be the final video of this main part of trying to beautify the house up a bit. So what we'll do is we'll use the chainsaw, get rid of the trees. We'll use the strimmer to clear up all the weeds and naff stuff that's around there. We'll use the shovel, rake and watering can to plant some flowers around the property and out on the verge by the road. Do those, make those look nice. And then we'll buy some of this equipment in here. We'll upgrade the house that we have. Let's see, we ended up with buying something for the first kids room, which was bought accidentally. So let's quickly fly back home, and then we will check out what that actually looks like compared to the second kids room, and we'll see what it does. Oh, hello. Holding up traffic. I materialised out the middle of the road like something out of Terminator. At least that I wasn't ending up buck naked. Okay, so... Oh, look at that! Oh, doesn't that look snazzy? I'm sure the no. The bathroom's not been done, but look at the state of that bloody thing. Okay, so that's the kids' room. That's your living room. That's your other kids' room. So it doesn't do anything about the nasty wallpaper. It just replaces the actual furniture itself. Okay. Which makes sense. It did say furniture store, but I wonder what we need to do to get rid of this manky stuff. Anyway, that will be for the next episode. So I think we will call it there. And yeah, I'll spend some off-camera time making a ton more money. And we'll see about buying a new field. And we'll see about the builders merchants and getting the stuff to renovate the entire house. Because I think that's probably a good place to leave it. For at least for a while, purely because it's going to be a lot of in-game work and time to get the money to be able to buy all the other fields. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one, and that'll probably be the final one for a little while. Then we'll come back to this probably at some point in a later time. Alright, thanks very much indeed. You take care now. Bye bye.